So in Panda 3, we start with Oogway and Kai fighting in the spirit realm. So to me, you couldn't open anything bigger than that. We actually take you into this spirit realm, and it's kind of like our Kung Fu Valhalla, where our like Kung Fu legends go once they leave the mortal plane, and we end up fighting there between kind of a good and evil kind of yin and yang world too. It's this broken harmony. Kung Fu embodies a lot of different philosophies of self and kind of internal things, but you kind of want to illustrate what that might be philosophically through the environment. So as the story of the idea that Oogway was fighting his best friend basically in this place, I came up with the idea that maybe this is a fractured alternate reality. So it might have been peaceful once, but now it's broken. So that's why we ended up with these broken buildings and giant landscapes that are fractured as a backdrop for the fight. Poe's power colors are kind of gold, and red is kind of the more aggressive version of his power color, because it's a great Kung Fu color, and it's also a celebration color in Chinese culture. But mainly it's gold is our good color. So Oogway takes that on even more in this film as his good color. And then Kai takes on green, which actually used to be Oogway's signature color in the first film for longevity and even for a bit of the afterlife in Chinese culture. Now Kai has taken on that green as his power color, and we have that green and gold clash, which I think works out great because theatrically it looks amazing together. We went to Chengdu to see pandas at the Panda Reserve, but on that same day, we went to this mystical mountain called Qingchengshan, and it's the birthplace of Taoism, and there's also Buddhist temples there, and it's just this mystical, misty mountain. It's exactly what you would picture when you hear those words, but when you go there and feel it, you're very connected to the earth in this cool way, just because you're up in the mountains and they're surrounded by green and mist. And so we always wanted to hold on to that as an idea, and it ended up in the very last shot of the second film. That was the influence for that shot. So now we were like working on the third film, and now we have to build out this location as a place that now we could really see the pandas living in, because we really only built it for one shot at the end of the second film. He's a fun character. You want to hang out with him. When Jack Black was cast, it was like, I love this guy and I love seeing him through this character. So I think people, and myself included, identify with him because he's still that fish out of water in this bigger Kung Fu realm. I love that there's always a bit of intelligence and a little fun behind the character and how he's doing what he's doing, which is so bad. But he's having fun doing it. And we're entertained, by him at the same time. It adds some pressure, but I love it. It's like, let's really show people something else, something cool. If they love that, wait till you see this. And the first one for me was just looking at Chinese culture and wanting to depict it in an American film where people would actually get something out of it, so that it's not just a comedy. There's visuals, there's content there's even a belief system that I think helps everybody, and it opens their eyes a little bit. So I think it kind of went both ways, that I wanted, both sides of the world kind of to embrace it. We start out pretty early. Sometimes the script might only be a premise. It could be a couple pages where we have a loose idea of where the movie's going. But that things are still evolving, but maybe like we did, we have this villain that we want to start developing. We have a couple of new environments that we want to start playing with. So my role at the beginning is much more like an artist. For me on this third one has been just more about how far can we push the final look and how close can it look like a painting. It's amazing what you can do. Actually, the first shot of the movie as a transition into the spirit realm was a shot that I designed within the last 2 months of production, and we executed it, I think, in like 4 weeks. And when you see the shot, I don't know if you know the one I'm talking about, but it's when we push through to the spirit realm. That's an elaborate shot, and we did that in no time at all. From me painting a couple 6 panels to the shot that you'll see. Something like that, to me, it's because the people are so experienced now that we are able to show an elaborate, highly detailed, highly immersive version of Kung Fu Panda now, because it is pushed past, what the last 2 movies could do detail-wise. We're doing a lot more than that in this 3rd film, and then some.